I have seen civilization over the last.
You never have a I can never have a normal day, as I was once told. I can never have a normal day. Hmm. Nobody's going to believe this one, and I won't blame them. I've never seen anything like this happen before in my life, except in a movie. I don't know how many movies. How many times I've seen this in a movie? I've never seen it happen in real life until 5 minutes ago. As I'm just trying to get set up, go live. Penny and BJF, Dave H, how's it going? So, a few minutes ago, I hear a lot of glass crashing. And I was like, that sounded like it came from inside. It's like, did someone just like break up, throw a rock or something at my window? And I'm looking at the windows. And then I realized in my bedroom, the ceiling fan is on the bed. The fucking ceiling fan is on the bed. Now there's dust all over it. And I was just like, wow, what if this happened while I was sleeping? I didn't. I live in an apartment. I didn't install this fan. So I was looking at it and I said, you know what, fuck it. I'll deal with it over the weekend. That's right, Dave H. Dave H is coming in with a fucking zingers. Yeah, Final Destination vibes. But none of the glass broke on the lights of the fan, no light bulbs. It's like, so what sounded like glass? And it was just the metal pieces. It sounded like glass when I picked it up and all that. So yeah, I thought someone broke my window to finding a fan on my bed. The cable separated. The cable separated at the twist-on connectors. So I turned off the power because the wires that were still hot were very close to each other. So I turned off the power and made sure the wires were far away from each other. And I was like, I really don't feel like looking up this fan and how to install this thing. Because when I was looking at it, I was like, how did this thing? I how did this happen? I said, you know what, I don't want to deal with it tonight. I had a 11-hour day today. This is what I want. A drink, relax, and play games. I'll just deal with it on the fucking weekend. I'll grab a portable fan to blow air at me while I'm sleeping. Oh shit. Opinion says, that reminds me of how a kid at elementary school had a huge scar on his head that came from a ceiling fan landing on him. Wow. Take a picture so you could get discount on rent. I don't even know if I want to fucking tell them. Let's just do it myself. That's a permaseal would have wanted. And Roy Willis. Some dude says, I played this when I was 10. Then I like girls. Yeah, we're going to get started here in a moment. But yeah, I like it. How you doing, some dude? How you doing, everybody? But yeah, I can't believe that just happened as I was trying to get all this set up. I'd rather it be a broken window. I just tell them to fucking fix it. But yeah, I'll look up the model of the fan and the mounting instructions. I wonder how it happened. The fan didn't wobble or anything. They. I don't know if Roscoe got spooked. I don't even know if he heard it. His hearing is getting bad. Is there new ports in the ceiling space? There's new ports above me. Maybe they've been stomping on the ground or stomping on the floor above me, getting in a Newport fight. Opinion, that's what kids do. There's a lot of things I feel bad that I did as a kid, but now you grow up and learn to be a better person. Is your landlord a Shuley? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I kind of wish it was just a broken window. Fucking ceiling fan falling. I've never seen that before. Well, I never seen that before in my life. Again, that's just something I see in movies. I'll deal with it Saturday. I just don't want to deal with it today. Yeah, I'll take pictures, but my place isn't really still ready to show off. We'll do it live on Saturday on MLC. Oh, point the laptop at me. Watch me install the fan. Yeah, I'll take pictures. Oh, Permasil and Roy Willis will do that. I'll point the camera at me installing a ceiling fan live on MLC. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Permasil and Roy Willis will love it. Did you tell your landlord about it? It just happened like 10 minutes ago. I've already turned off the power and separated the wires because the wires are too close to each other and I didn't want them possibly arcing. So yeah, I turned off the power, made sure they're pointing all in different directions, and yeah. Calvert, it's been a long time over on Twitch. How have you been? Cheers. Yeah, just happened. Just happened as I was going live. Well, right before I hit the live button. Where did I put? Oh, there it is. Oh. But Calvert, it's just temporary. I just changing direction because I'm a little burned out. It's like let's play something I'm a little familiar with. I hope you've been well. Penny, what the hell are you drinking? Uh, Arizona lemonade stand, original lemonade. They sell these things for like $8 a pop, but then I finally found a sale on it for like 2 for $5. So I said, okay, I'll finally try it because it's like I'm not gonna. I don't want to spend $8 on a fucking lemonade. But yeah, since it was finally on sale, I got it. I got another one. It's pretty good, but I don't think it's worth that much. Yeah, Arizona lemonade stand, original lemonade. The other one I have is Huckleberry lemonade, which I'll have later. I've been really craving lemonade for quite a while, so I. Oh yeah, I am gonna keep the container. Fuck yeah. Maybe that's one reason they charge so much. But yeah, I've been on a real lemonade kick. I've been having lemonade every single day. It's just so nice with the heat. Well, I have a lot of water, but I always get a big cup of lemonade, and it's just been refreshing. Anyways, I guess I'll start pulling the game up. Only so much I could talk about a ceiling fan falling just moments ago. Gosh, I cannot fucking believe. No, it's made here. It's made here in Arizona. Um, I mean, you can see the pulp in it. It's not. You have to drink this within 7 days after opening. So yeah, HVAC North, how's it going? Frank, how's it going? Oh, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else I could say about a ceiling fan falling and this weekend. Not do, no, it's just not doing it today. Save it for the weekend. Fucking amazing. I'm still baffled by it. All right. Oh, I'm supposed to click that button. No wonder nothing's loading. Yeah, I just thought that just amazing. Amazing that has happened. I have no idea, sub dude. Frank says not bad. It's good to hear. Real food doesn't last more than 4 to 5 days in the fridge. That's right. Dave H. Real fruit did. Yep. When I'm done with this, I'm going to have the Huckleberry one. You know what? I might buy this again. I mean, it's good. I just $5 a pop. Well, by itself, it's like $8, $9 a pop. And I just did. But yeah, it was 2 for 10, and I said, okay, I'm going to finally try this. Ah, fucking shit. All right, we got to load. Okay. Uh, King's Quest 6. Let's go. All right, here we go. All right, let's review.
The magic map is made of thin leather and has lifelike drawings of the islands on its uneven surface.
Yeah, when I got the Huckleberry lemonade, I thought it was originally blueberry or something.
Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table in the bookshop.
I know they have a strawberry, and I think they have a watermelon one. They also do a Jamaican tea.
Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table in the bookshop. Alexander is carrying a copper coin of Devonry. King Graham graces the front of the coin.
Oh, fuck it, I'll have another smoke while I'm playing. Why not? After what was a pretty good day, I come home to this. Opinion says I'd love to try all the flavors. Yeah, as long as they're still on sale, maybe when I go to the store tomorrow, I'll pick up the rest of them and just try them one by one. The way I can say I had this, I tried these. It's good. I just don't know if I want to pay $5 for it, or let alone $9. But yeah, I'll try out all the flavored ones. I'll even get the Jamaican tea.
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter. A mechanical nightingale made of tin is perched on the counter.
I don't know, some dude. You're going to have to tell me. Does the keto bread last that long time?
A plain wooden
Because I
flute
do
is
like the
displayed
keto
on
bread,
counter.
but now I'm going to have to look into it. Maybe I shouldn't be getting
A
keto
used
bread.
painter's brush is displayed on the counter.
I don't always get it, but because keto bread is fucking
A
expensive.
battered tinder box is displayed on the counter.
Maybe I'll ask AI. Gamer Lemonade. What's Gamer Lemonade? Lemonade's not Newport shit. But Gamer Lemonade. Do tell. Yeah, I after my ceiling fan went off, I told Grok about it. I'm not joking, I did. There's nothing we could really do here. Lemonade mixed with Monster Zero Ultra should be Gamer Lemonade. I did not know that opinion. Maybe I'll try Newport Lemonade or Gamer Lemonade, whatever. This weekend. You hack. Well, fuck you. I'm an independent gamer. I'm not trying to fit in with the gamer community. Well, except those who watch me. Oh. What are you dumping there?
A large round pot is one of the pottery pieces on display outside the shops.
Okay, but what do you put in it?
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb.
Grok, I do like
Near the
Grok.
bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You
It's
never
probably
know
invisible
when a small
ink.
bottle will come in handy.
I was working on an AI project using Grok to help me program it, but it's been a while since I even touched it.
Alexander's carrying a little ink bottle. It appears to be empty.
It's got to be a visible link. There's sugar in this.
Looking at the serving girl reminds Alexander of the years he spent as a slave under the evil wizard Mananan.
I gotta
He
play
wishes
that
there
game
was
again.
some way he could help her.
King's Quest
She
3.
looks very shy and nervous as she tends her roses. Alexander can't see any way to hold a conversation with that.
Try to talk with her.
Alexander can't see any...
Shit.
Are you out here again? Have you finished the chores I gave you?
Yes, stepmother. The house and the stables are clean.
Then start polishing the silverware! Do I have to tell you everything?
Yes, stepmother. Right away.
Alexander can't see any... There is no reply. Alexander doesn't want to intrude on private property unless he's been invited. Alexander has not been invited to pick the family's roses.
All she wanted to do is look at the roses. I'll have to ask AI about that, Dave H, because I do drink, I do like Diet Coke. Remember, I used to love regular Coke, but it's just like my taste changed. I never really cared for Dr. Pepper for a long time, but now I like Dr. Pepper. That did sound like one of her stupid impressions. Oh boy. But yeah, my taste changed. And well, like even Squirt. Regular Squirt, it's like I've always liked the taste.
You. Come on in.
Like regular Squirt, I've always
How goes it, Alexander?
I've always liked the taste, but it always gave me a stomachache. But sugar-free Squirt doesn't give me a stomachache. I haven't had Diet Coke in a while, but oh wait, no, I take that back. When I got fast food, I got one. That's interesting to know.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course, that's just silly talk.
Show him the map.
Would you be at all interested in this?
Nah, what need is a poor dry-docked ferryman for that?
Wendy's. I had a Wendy's nearby my place, but I also got a In-N-Out, but that's a little bit more
I
up the
have
road.
this copper coin. Would you be interested?
I wouldn't feel right taking your money without a ferry ride to offer you for it.
Would you be at all interested in this?
Nah, what need is a poor dry-docked ferryman for that?
Would you be at all interested in this?
Nah, what need is a poor dry-docked ferryman for that?
The old sea salt is a little crusty around the edges. Alexander would rather keep his hands to himself. There's a rabbit's foot on the table. It seems the ferryman is counting on a little luck.
Gosh, I forgot about rabbit's foots. Remember, when you used to get rabbit foot keychains.
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you.
I got a rabbit's foot now.
The rabbit's foot has long, soft fur.
Soon I'll get that.
Alexander doesn't want to take the ferryman's lamps. He obviously has little enough to offer him comfort.
I know I had a couple of rabbit's foot, and
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you.
yeah, I totally forgot about
To
those.
enjoy a tour there.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Okay, there we go. I should ask AI about that too. What was up with rabbit's feet? Why were they on keychains? And when did they go away?
What else can you tell me about...
The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very far onto the island.
What
Lemonade's
else
good.
can you tell me about the land?
The inhabitants of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain are the most gorgeous creatures you'll ever see. If you ever get to see them, that is.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty. She's the finest palace ever built, I'll warrant.
Well, yeah, jeez, Frank.
Well, thanks again for your hospitality.
You're always welcome, Alexander. Come back anytime.
And now we got ink and a rabbit's foot. Maybe we could trade a rabbit's foot for something. Cheers. Let's go back in here real quick first.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
An odd-looking man is reading in the stuffed chair. He wears a vest, balloon-style pants, and pointed shoes. There's something deliberately silly about the man, as though he were a performer of some sort.
Balloon pants and pointed shoes.
Good day, sir. Is there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
You're worried about the princess?
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
Opinion's gonna lay down?
Excuse me again, sir.
If you gotta lay down, you should probably call it the night.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
Strangers? How do I get your attention? You want a copper coin?
Determined to learn more about the strange man's relationship with the princess, Alexander attempts to loosen the man's tongue with a coin.
Excuse me, good fellow, but my name is Alexander of Daventry, and I have this copper coin.
The shopkeeper's over there, Alexander. I'm not. Daventry? Where have I heard of Daventry?
The princess.
Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander. Cosima told me about you when she arrived home.
That's
How
right.
came you here?
Why, by a ship now wrecked upon the sand. But you know Cosima? She truly spoke of me?
Yes, I saw her briefly when she first returned home. She mentioned a prince to me, Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm afraid that was before she was told about her parents' deaths. You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again. It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's blamed herself.
What a terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
Terrible indeed, poor thing. Everyone in the kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
The princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says she insisted out of respect.
I see. You've yet to say who you are, and how you know the princess.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Jalo. I am clown to the royal court, and had been since the marriage of Cosima's parents, King Calipham and Queen Alaria. Oh, those were the happy days. The pair of them were so full of joy and life, so in love. And Cosima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited, how they had hoped for a child. I mean, she was such a charming little thing, smart as a whip, kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything to this kingdom, Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
About her grief over her parents, you mean?
Well, the truth is, I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Cosima. I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown. But it is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of loyalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing, Cosima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message. As it is, I must wait for the end of her seclusion. Now I'm afraid I must hurry back to the castle. I'll try to return to the bookshop again later.
Thank you for speaking with me, Jalo. I hope we meet again soon.
Okay.
How fare you, merchant?
Business could be better. Too many people are losing interest in reading these days. It is a sign of the times.
Sign of the times.
How fare you, merchant?
Well, I would be better if I could only finish my manuscript. I am a budding novelist, you know.
You want my copper coin?
Would you have anything in the price range of this coin? It bears a foreign stamp, but it's solid copper.
I'm afraid not. My books are all hand-scribed and illuminated. I do not have any good books for the price of a single copper.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Show him the rabbit's foot.
Would you be interested in making a trade for this, merchant?
A rabbit's foot. I do not believe I could use that.
Dang. What about this invisible ink you just threw out?
I found this bottle in the pot outside.
That would make sense, since that is where I dumped it.
Well, there's a... Maybe we'll have to ask him, BJF. Gosh, can't wait till this fucking heals. Right now it's... Fucking weird scabby part.
Would you be interested in trading for this book?
I am afraid not. Books are more my neighbor's line of work. After all, I would not want him selling curiosities.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency. The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander
Okay.
looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
What are we gonna want to use first? Flute, paintbrush.
A battered tinder box is displayed on the counter. A used painter's brush is displayed on the counter.
I don't remember what to try first, but well, it's been a while, but we're gonna figure it out. That's for sure. But anyways, pretty much out of ice, Captain Miserable. Oh, come on. There we go. All the new ice cube trays are freezing, so... But at least I got a bottle of whiskey in the freezer that I could at least... Well, how you doing? I don't know what to grab yet. We'll come back when we figure it out. Oh, there's a bird right there. Maybe we should get the singing bird. Let's try again. We'll repeat the shit we just did.
The girl is too far away to hold a conversation with Alexander. Alexander cannot reach the young serving girl. She's too far away. There's no reason to use that object there. That would serve no...
Yes, stepmother.
Then
Yes, stepmother. Right away.
All right. Let's get the rabbit's foot and the bottle, and then we gotta talk to that guy again.
Oh, it's you. Come on in. How goes it, Alexander?
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you. What else can you tell?
We'll blast through all the dialogue.
What else can you tell me?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot.
What else can you...
The Isle of the Beast is... The Castle of the Crown, sure. Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course,
Oh
that's
boy. All right. I think we'll go.
Well, thanks again for your hospitality.
Let's see if he dumps
You're
out the
always
ink
welcome,
bottle.
Alexander. Come back anytime.
No one with the sparkly eye, or the guy with the cloak with the sparkly eye, is... There we go.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand.
All right, skip.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
It's not much progress, but it's some.
A collection of children's books fill those shelves. These shelves hold a selection of cookbooks. Assorted travelogues and biographies are arranged on these shelves. These shelves hold a collection of oddly titled guidebooks. Alexander notices such books as How to Become King with Little or No Rupees Down, Finding the Right Girl with the Right Dowry, and Why Good Princesses Like Bad Wizards.
Oh boy.
Volumes of poetry are on display on this bookshelf.
What's up, Johnny A?
Alexander is not interested in those self-help books.
What about poetry?
Thinking of Cosima, Alexander decides to leaf through one of the volumes of love poetry. He reads, "Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast." Not bad. And another. "Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed, oh, that she were not there." Yikes. And another. "What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you? What nameless thing has captured me, and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name, that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that e'er my soul eternal makes for you."
A little close to home, that one.
Alexander returns the love poem book to the shelf.
Oh boy.
Volumes of poetry.
Yeah, this game probably came out in 92, 93,
A page
maybe.
has fallen from the poem book and now lies on the floor.
The previous one to this came out in 90.
Alexander picks up the fallen page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
I
No
see
shit.
that old volume has lost another page. You may keep it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place 2 times already.
I do rather like it. Thank you, merchant.
I've beaten this game a couple of times at least. Last time I did this was like, I don't know, probably 2018, 2019, I don't know.
Good day, sir. Is there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
Excuse me.
I told you.
I forgot. Show the coin.
Determined to learn more about the strange man's relationship with the princess, Alexander attempts to loosen the man's tongue with a coin.
Excuse me, good fellow, but my name is Alexander of Daventry, and I have this copper coin.
The shopkeeper's over there, Alexander. I'm not. Daventry? Where have I heard of Daventry?
I'm going to listen to this again.
Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander. Cosima told me about you when she arrived home. How came you here?
Why, by a ship now wrecked upon the sand. But you know Cosima? She truly spoke of me?
Yes, I saw her briefly when she first returned home. She mentioned a prince to me, Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm afraid that was before she was told about her parents' deaths. You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again. It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's blamed herself.
What a terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
Terrible indeed, poor thing. Everyone in the kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
The princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says she insisted out of respect.
I
Cuts
see.
better.
You
It's just
get to say
really
who
tough
you
right
are
here.
and how you know the
And I
princess.
keep bumping it.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Jalo. I am clown to the royal court, and had been since the marriage of Casima's parents, King Calipham and Queen Alaria. Oh, those were the happy days. The pair of them were so full of joy and life, so in love. And Casima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited, how they had hoped for a child. I mean, she was such a charming little thing, smart as a whip, kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything to this kingdom, Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
About her grief over her parents, you mean?
Well, the truth is, I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Casima. I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown. But it is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of loyalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing, Casima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message. As it is, I must wait for the end of her seclusion. Now I'm afraid I must hurry back to the castle. I'll try to return to the bookshop again later.
Thank you for speaking with me, Jalo. I hope we meet again soon.
Yeah, it's looking better, but it's getting more irritating. Oh, let's follow him. But at least I could start wearing a watch again without it being fully fucking irritating. Oh, what the fuck? I clicked through the dialogue. Alright. But yeah, it's just hit it the wrong way. It's all, well, of course, scabby and hard.
Good day, Jalo. Greetings, my fine furred friends.
Please, if you'll only be reasonable. I really must see the princess.
Begone! You're not welcome at the castle, Prince Alexander of Daventry. We have our orders, and they are quite clear.
Please, if you'll only be reasonable. I really must see the princess.
Begone! You're not welcome at the castle, Prince Alexander of Daventry. We have our orders, and they are quite clear.
Hmm. Oh.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Alexander takes a mint.
Oh, shit.
The small green mint looks very tasty.
I was gonna...
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
Anything coming up for the weekend? Nope. Same thing I do
Counter
every
feels
weekend.
as-
Grocery shopping, chores, and, well, now putting a ceiling fan back on.
If Alexander wants to exchange one of his possessions for an item in the pawn shop, he'll have to arrange it with the pawn shop.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency. The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
How about you?
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Yeah, I gotta be careful moving my wrist. It's just that tough. It's become that tough. Well, we saw a bird, so let's start off with a bird.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very well.
Excuse
Your
me.
coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
I'll remember. Thank you.
There's a bird over here.
Alexander doesn't see a reason to put that in the tree's hollow. Alexander doesn't want to disturb the old tree. There's no reason to use that there.
What about with this bird? Oh, shit!
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
Now what?
The nightingale sings her crystalline song in the boughs of the old tree. The nightingale looks at Alexander curiously, as though waiting for something.
Hello. Is anyone about?
Alexander gets no reply.
Do we give you the poem? Which
Alexander
poem was
is a
this again?
love poem from a book in the bookshop. Alexander shakes the bottle and imagines he hears a faint swishing sound, but decides he is mistaken. Why would Alexander want to do that to the love poem?
I don't know.
Why would Alexander want... Alexander doesn't want to disturb the old tree.
I'm trying to click on the bird.
Alexander holds out the love poem to the nightingale, hoping that she perhaps is the nightingale that Jallo spoke of, and that she might be able to take the words of love to her mistress, Cosima. The nightingale swoops down and grabs the poem. She flies off towards the castle, perhaps to Cosima?
Sing Sing, what have you found? A scrap of paper? Oh, this is no mere bit of paper, but words of love. Who sent this? It must have been Abdul. Oh, Sing Sing, will he never give up? You must be careful, pretty bird. Stay away from Abdul. I don't trust him so close to you. Now go.
What if we gave the bird... Oh, we don't have the copper coin, though.
The little bird returns to her branch without the poem. Alexander wishes he knew what happened to his message of love.
You think so?
There's no reason to use that there. There's no reason...
Now what?
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander
what if we use
looks
the invisible
closely
ink
at
and
the
the
items on the
paintbrush?
counter to make his selection.
Stripper personality.
I think I'd like the paint.
Very good, Prince Alex. The painter's brush it is. May your painting go well. Feel free to bring back the brush at any time.
Thank you.
I have an idea. I don't really remember if this is something I'm supposed to do or not. Let's try this out, chat. Visible ink on the paintbrush.
The clean paintbrush leaves no imprint on that. The paintbrush bristles have soft. Alexander shakes the bottle. There's no reason to use that. Alexander might have a paintbrush, but he does not have any paint.
I have invisible ink. I know this is a visible ink.
Why would Alexander want to use that on the castle wall?
All right, maybe I'm totally off base here.
There's no reason to use that on the ink bottle. Alexander's carrying a little ink bottle. It appears to be empty. Alexander shakes the bottle. The ink bottle has nothing to say. Alexander decides to open the empty ink bottle.
Okay, that's how we do it.
It's stuck. It's... Whoa! The ink bottle isn't empty at all. It's full of invisible ink. Not very strong, but not bad.
Okay, can we use it on the paintbrush
There's no
now?
reason to use that on the ink bottle. There's no reason. Alexander examines the small bottle and determines that the invisible ink is indeed invisible. The clean paintbrush leaves no imprint on that. The paintbrush...
For fuck's sake.
Alexander might have a paintbrush, but...
Ugh!
Why would Alexander... Why would Alexander...
Okay, come on. Oh, wait. Here's something I forgot. I just remembered. Oh. Yeah, I'm remembering this all wrong, and the shopkeep told us.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Slowly remembering things from last night. Isle of Wonder, okay, Beast. Let's go to Wonder.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
A strange pulling sensation. Oh boy. I should probably get that other lemonade.
One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems to be the only one who can't sleep. In the oyster's mouth, Alexander can see a glint of white.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
Alexander is greeted with silence.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
Yawn.
Why don't you let me see if I can help?
No way! No one's looking in my mouth. I hate dentists.
Alexander hears someone coming.
"5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man," said he, "with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies." Old Tantro, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
He's gonna sniff me. Hear me.
Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle over himself.
Oh shit.
My nose cannot be tricked that way. The smell of man still rules the day.
A man so sad
Oh!
into the waiting sea he goes.
Okay. Now we know what we're doing to the ink bottle.
The gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under.
Tickets only. Next.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consensus.
Alright, we'll save after this. And we're not gonna... Well, we'll get the bird's trust, but we're not gonna give her the poem yet. Because that didn't seem to go over well. That's right, BJF. It's fucked up. Bunch of shit down me. Some dude's coming in with the whole
Good day, Jollo.
Greetings, my fine furred friends.
grab that. Grab the mint.
Alexander takes a mint.
Grab that lemonade.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency. The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Sorry, dog wanted to go out when I got up, so I was like, all right, grab that, let him out. So this is Huckleberry Lemonade. Definitely foggy. Definitely got to shake it up. But yeah, Huckleberry Lemonade. We'll try this out.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very well. Your coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
I'll remember. Thank you.
Exactly.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad. Alexander decides to open the empty ink bottle.
It's stuck. It's... Whoa! The ink bottle isn't empty at all. It's full of invisible ink. Not very strong, but not bad.
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander
to
feels a
Isla Sticker
strange
Mountain.
pulling sensation.
Strange pulling sensation. Oh, we got stuff over here.
There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Ignorance kills, wisdom elevates.
The rock has been etched by some unknown hand. One may need to read about the Logic Cliffs in the guidebook to the Land of the Green Isles in order to understand this mystical inscription.
Does that mean we...
The rock has been etched by some unknown hand. One may need to read about the Logic Cliffs in the guidebook to the Land of the Green Isles in order to understand this mystical inscription.
So we got to go back to the bookstore?
Alexander is standing on the small sandy cove of a rocky island. Around him, sheer granite cliffs block any further movement north, east, or west. To the south, he is blocked by the sea. There's an ugly flower growing near the base of the cliff.
An ugly flower. Colsey, what else did this guy narrate? Yo, MK, you know what? I gotta look that up because I want to look up the narrator to King's Quest V as well.
Alexander notices an unusually large coal-black feather lying on the beach.
Gary Owens narrated Space Quest 4 and
Alexander
6.
takes the feather. Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor.
Ah,
For a
okay.
moment, he can smell nothing else.
So we need the flower for the smell guy. We need the visible ink for the thing. It's all coming together. But the feather.
Alexander is carrying an unusually large black feather.
We might need the feather for the one who's going to touch. All right. Fucking Roscoe's barking. Smoke it? I know. Alright. Fucking Roscoe's out barking. So the last thing I need to do is barking and making a disturbance. Alright, let's see how this Huckleberry Lemonade is. Oh, forgot. Skunk flower is probably weed. You're probably right. Pretty good. Huckleberry Lemonade's pretty good. All right, let's travel. Well, save. I'm still snooping around.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Well, the beast.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
We might need the bird for the...
Tall, narrow trees abound on each side of the path.
But we're going to definitely need that skunk flower for the for whoever wants to sniff me.
Nearby, the stump of a fallen tree still spreads its roots to the sea. If the tree stump is hiding anything, it's only local fauna. There's no need to disturb some creature's nest.
How you doing, Nate G?
Alexander has no need to carry around large rocks.
Yeah,
Alexander has no need to carry around large rocks. The denseness of the forest makes it inadvisable to stray from the path. A rabbit hops about rather fearlessly. It's probably never even seen a human.
You want to see my rabbit's foot?
Alexander doesn't want to do anything to disturb the local wildlife.
What about these mushrooms?
The forest is dotted with clumps of wild mushrooms. Alexander, not being an expert on poisonous mushrooms, decides not to take a chance on tasting the local variety. A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame. An old abandoned hunter's lamp is hanging on one of the trees. Alexander wonders who might have hunted in these dense woods. The denseness of the forest makes it
Ouch! That water is hot.
It's hot. All right, so we got 4, and there's 5 of them.
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation. One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems to be the only one who can't sleep. In the oyster's mouth, Alexander can see a glint of white.
A pearl.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
Why don't you let me see if I can help?
No way! No one's looking in my mouth. I hate dentists.
Why don't you let me...
No way!
The rabbit's foot has... Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table in the bookshop. Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
Yep.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40
We're reading
half-dulcimers, divided
we're reading
into
it to
equal
sleep.
parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Putting himself to sleep.
Phew, what an incredibly boring book. No wonder the bookshop owner wanted to get rid of it so badly.
Oh. Did we not? We just read it. How about read it to that?
If you're having trouble sleeping,
Here we go.
perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
Two dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard. Yields a
I see
gilded
what we
minnow
gotta
of
do.
precise measurements, 2,069 centidrills by 3,023 6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so
Alexander sees nothing of interest.
Fuck.
indicate a fabrication or derivation sufficiently broad enough to exacerbate the conclusions uncovered in due course with regards to the dimensions, consistency, mass, or thickness inherent in the menial suckling grouse.
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
The
You
little
fixed my
oyster
mouth.
drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends.
Wait. Voice of TV announcer at GTA 4 and 5 was also the voice of G.I. Joe. No shit. Holy shit, Colt C. I'm going to have to look that up now. It's a small target. Yeah, I've still fucked it up. Can't even move my mouse and click it. I suck at video games, don't you remember? Alright, so we just saved. I want to see if... I want to fuck around with this.
Alexander hears someone coming.
"5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man," said he, "with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies."
Alright, so...
Old Tonto, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Smell the rotten flour.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Tonto I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more. Listen, hark you, Grovenor. Do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
I'm testing the waters on this. I know I'm not gonna... I know I'm not gonna pass this. I think I'm missing one.
Alexander winds the tin.
How many times you gotta wind it? Yeah, he likes that snake. That stank.
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me.
Alright, which one are you? Taste.
Whether friend or whether foe.
Oh, he's gonna taste me. Can you taste our rabbit?
Alexander holds the item out for the gnome with the oversized mouth.
My tongue dislikes this sour thing, and the taste of man all over it clings. A man, so say our tongue, to the realm of the dead we send.
Ah, he tasted a man on the fucking... He tasted a man on the rabbit's foot. Oh boy.
The gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under.
You don't remember those rabbit foot keychains? That's what he has.
Oh. Next.
A rabbit foot keychain.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach.
Oops. Wrong button. I know I had a couple of rabbit foot keychains. I gotta look up the origins of those, because I'd forgotten about them. Oh. All right. We should probably do something else. I don't remember getting rabbit foot keychains from the dentist, though. Maybe I have. I don't even really remember where I got them in general.
The flawless pearl is the largest Alexander's ever seen. The ocean is not as calm as it appears. Underwater currents tug at Alexander's legs.
I just sunset myself. Oh, nope. It's something a fellow wins or buys at a county fair. You're right about that too. Oh wait, let's try the mint.
Alexander hears someone coming.
Let's test this again.
5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies.
I really hate the man.
Old Tantro, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Let's say the rest of this.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Tantro I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more. Listen, hark you, Grovenor, do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
Alexander whines.
We're gonna try the mint on this guy. I want to try to get a head start on this. He's jamming out.
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me.
All right, we got the tasting fucker.
Taste,
Then we got
that we might know whether friend or whether foe.
all right. Let's give him the mint.
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grumplump knows a tasty treat. It
Here we
matters
go.
not what others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet.
All right, we'll do the feather on him, and then we're gonna do the invisible ink.
Trilly dilly, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man?
Feather.
Alexander holds the item out for the gnome
Let's see if
with
this
the
works.
massive hands.
My hands cannot be led astray. A man is here, that's plain as day.
Ah! The feather did not work.
A man, so say our hands. We act at the wizard's command.
All right, the feather didn't work. So we got to find something else that will work. Can I just fucking restore? Oh, yes, I can. Let's go
Alexander
back to...
pulls out his magic map.
Gosh, we were pretty fucking close. Oh, wait. We can't get rid of the bird, though. Oh, wait, what's this?
The blue ocean stretches on. A string of letters floats in the water. The letters spell out, "Where are you going?" Alexander's heard of alphabet soup, but this is ridiculous.
Can we pick it up?
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. They say, "Where are you going?" Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete. Alexander is carrying, oddly enough, a sentence. It says, "Where are you going?"
Holy shit, thank you for all the likes, chat. Wait. Wait. I just thought of something before we go. The guy we had him taste the rabbit's foot. Then we switched to the mint. Let's try this again. Let's have the guy feel the rabbit's foot.
Alexander hears someone coming.
Let's try it again.
5 fierce guards of the Isle we be.
All right.
Old Tom...
Here's your smelly flower.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Who was it that said the Shully nose?
Tom Tro I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore.
Cheers.
A flower 'tis all, and nothing more.
Okay, Nightingale. Yeah.
Alexander winds the tin.
Yep. Let's try this again. Okay, we'll give this guy the mint. Then we'll do the rabbit's foot. Then we'll do invisible ink.
A nose is not a way to spot.
Yeah, all right. Next one.
Taste room.
Here's your mint.
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grumflump knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat.
All right. Skip you. Let's do the rabbit's foot on this guy.
Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Be all you mad? What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
Here we go.
Old Bill Batter, never fatter, vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter.
Invisible link.
Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle over himself.
By all that's beauteous, fair, and sightly, 4 morons do I sleep with nightly. There's nothing there at all, I say. Enough of this. Let's now away.
4 morons I sleep with nightly.
Alexander did it. He's fooled the guards.
Well, let's save so we don't have to do that again. Yeah, at first I thought there was something that was missing, but I'm glad my drunken alcoholic brain was able to think of something. Oh boy, a bunch of books. And a spider.
Wow. Hiya, gorgeous. Oh, what a luscious-looking hunk of flesh you are.
Thank you, I guess. Who are you?
How charming of you to pretend not to know. I'm Black Widow, of course. The femme fatale of all femme fatales. Know what I mean? You know, I was just thinking it was time I found my 50th, another husband. It would be quite a horror, an honor to have me as a bride. Just
Not too
look
subtle.
at my beautiful weaving. It's so light, so delicate. You'll never want to leave my little nest.
It is a lovely web, but my heart is elsewhere, I'm afraid.
Oh, drat! The loss is yours. I'm sure you'll change your mind once you consider the advantages.
Looks like you got a note stuck in your web.
Have you changed your mind? My offer of wedlock is still open.
Alexander offers the item to the Black Widow.
Oh, no, thank you, you sweet man. Like a good little wife, I have no interest in anything except my cozy little web and you.
Oh boy. I know if I grab that, we're fucked.
Piles of stacked books, looking ready to topple at any moment, have been arranged haphazardly on the sandy ground.
We got bookworm.
Hey, hands off the goods there, son.
Oh, sorry.
How do I talk to you?
Hello? Is anyone there in the books?
No, there's no one here.
Let's take a look at the other part of where we could go. Oh, where are we at on time? I got to get up extra early again in the morning, but at least the weekend will be here soon after. Let's check out and see what's over here. Oh, look at this.
A large tree stretches knotted limbs out over the swamp. Part of the tree's trunk is shaped like the face of a dog. Why, it must be a dogwood tree.
A dogwood tree. Hey, look at this.
The fallen log has a good-sized knot or bump. That bump on the log does not look particularly conversational to Alexander. Milkweed thrives near the mucky swamp. Small bottles filled with milk grow on it like fruit.
Amazing.
Alexander takes a bottle of milk from the milkweed bush. Apparently, the dogwood tree doesn't like Alexander standing that close. The bump on the log does not look particularly interesting to Alexander.
Oh boy.
Unless Alexander is mistaken, those plants must be baby's tears. Alexander doesn't want to pick the baby's tears. They may not be done growing. Vines of sweet ripening tomatoes climb up little wooden posts. Is that lettuce growing in the garden? It looks a little chilled.
Iceberg lettuce.
Must be iceberg lettuce.
That's right, I remember this now.
Alexander picks a head of iceberg lettuce.
Ye gads! Is that cold?
I know what to do with this.
A colorful array of snapdragons stand guard to one side of the path. There appears to be a hole in the garden wall. Through the hole in the wall, Alexander sees a land that resembles a giant chessboard.
A hole in the wall.
Wow, it really is a hole in the wall.
Whoa.
Zounds, those wallflowers sure are shy, and the
Zounds.
snapdragons are awfully protective of them. Alexander can't even get close to the wallflowers without causing quite a stir. An elegant padded chair provides a cushy seat from which to enjoy the lively garden. Alexander would love to sit a spell, but he's a tad busy at the moment. Alexander is too far away from home to think about taking furniture back with him. Those grapes look awfully sour. Alexander...
Back off, bucko!
Oh, excuse me.
A noble white chess knight stands at the top of the marble stairs. A red chess knight stands at the top of the marble steps.
Excuse me. What land lies beyond?
What land? Chessboard land, you knave.
I see. And is Chessboard Land part of the land of the Green Isles?
It is the home of the red and white queens, rulers of the Isle of Wonder, fairest of the islands that owe loyalty to the king of the land of the Green Isles. But perhaps not for long.
What do you mean?
What is the purpose of unity with the great king and queen dead? The princess is worth serving, but the feud with the other isles is strong.
Oh boy.
I must insist, Your Highness. I shall send a lump of coal to the Vizier and the Princess as a present for their wedding, and that's the end of it.
A lump of coal.
And I suppose you'll leave me with only this stupid spoiled egg to send, Your Highness.
Spoiled
I want
egg.
to impress the new king and queen of the realm as much as you do. As queen of this island, I have every right to that lump of coal.
Who isn't queen of this isle? The lump of coal is in my possession. Therefore, I shall do as I please with it. Besides, there's nothing wrong with that spoiled egg.
The egg, though delightfully spoiled, is not nearly so valuable as the lump of
Amazing.
coal, and you know it. Your Highness always got to carry the singing stone. It's not fair that you get the coal, too.
That doesn't count. The singing stone was stolen by that horrid beast. I should get to keep the coal just because my stone was stolen.
It wasn't your stone. It belonged to the Isle of Wonder treasury. Your Highness always thinks that everything is hers.
A lot of drama.
Excuse me, my good man, but could you settle an argument for us?
Which of us should get to carry the coal and which the egg? Remember, white is the color of deserving truth and virtue.
Quiet, Your Highness, and let him make up his own mind. I, for one, shall be more proper, and not even mention the fact that red is the color of love.
I'm sorry, Your Majesties. I'm partial to both red and white, but I'm afraid that I don't know how to solve your problem. One of you will just have to be gracious and allow the other the lump of coal.
What a ridiculously stupid idea.
Quite ludicrous.
He was a lot of help, wasn't he?
Oh, yes. Obviously a man of high intelligence.
Ooh, red sash.
The lump of coal goes much better with my gown anyway. Black and red are imperial colors.
Anonymous, how you doing?
Silliest thing I ever heard. Red does not go with anything, being much too self-conscious. White is the perfect accompaniment to any color.
Thank you again for the other night, Anonymous.
Alexander picks up the Red Queen's scarf.
And thank you to Bo Beardington, too. Oh, boy.
Checkmate. Only chess pieces allowed in chessboard land. That's right. Humans aren't allowed in and never will be. Stay out!
We're getting ready to wrap this up here, Anonymous. I got to be up for work extra early again tomorrow, but
Alexander decides to pick up the hole in the wall. A hole in the wall could be a very useful thing.
Exactly.
Alexander startled the poor thing. It's run off to hide behind the wallflowers.
The yeah. Ah! The games and the puns.
Alexander doesn't need to do anything to the garden wall. Why would Alexander want to use that on the hole in the garden wall?
I don't know. I don't remember what to do with the hole in the wall. How's your day?
Alexander is carrying what little remains of a head of iceberg lettuce. The lettuce is rapidly melting.
Oh, Anonymous. Well, I know some people have missed the story of my opening stream. You can see it on the replay, but
Alexander already has a frozen head of lettuce.
shit. The frozen head of lettuce.
Alexander's hands only make the lettuce melt. Why use that on...
All right, before we end, we got to figure out how to get rid of this lettuce. But
Alexander wouldn't want to throw that.
yeah, you have to, I was talking about at the beginning of the stream where I thought someone broke a window, like threw a rock through one of my windows, but turned out the ceiling fan over my bed fell off. Just fell off. I'm going to reinstall it during the weekend.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Oh. Yeah.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
When I thought someone like threw something through a window of mine, because I was like, that sounded like it came from inside. And I was looking around, looking for a broken window. Then I realized, hey, there's my ceiling fan is on my bed. Amazing.
Hoping to cool down the boiling pond, Alexander throws in a head of iceberg lettuce. The pond's water slowly stops boiling, cooled by the ice. It still looks hot, but bearable. Alexander decides to brave the steaming pond.
Yeah, so now I got dust all over my bed.
Ouch!
The pond is no longer boiling, but it's hardly bathwater.
Speaking of, I was just giving you a shout out, Bo Beardington.
Alexander takes the old hunter's lamp from the tree.
I was just giving you a shout out along with Anonymous.
Alexander is carrying an old, battered hunter's lamp. The lamp is empty.
Yeah, I was thinking Anonymous for the other night, and I was thinking you for the other night, too. I gave you a shout out while I was thinking Anonymous. What happened to your window? Oh, the window's fine. I thought someone broke my window, and this happened right before I was going live tonight. And turned out my ceiling fan in the bedroom just happened to fall. Just dropped for whatever reason and landed on the bed. And I thought I heard broken glass, but it's all the metal, the thin metal parts. It just sounded like glass to me. And I was like, okay, I got to reinstall the ceiling fan. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just reinstall it Saturday. Maybe I'll do it while I'm on MLC and Permaseal finishing and Roy Willis could watch me install a ceiling fan on MLC. That's kind of the running joke right now. But yeah, I had an 11-hour day.
As Alexander continues down the path, He gets the strange feeling that he's being
Oh.
watched.
Yeah, this
Come
might
on
be a
over
good
here
stopping
and see what
point.
I'm doing with these flowers. Never mind that stone fella on top of the gate. He won't hurt you any. He's just there to scare you.
And his eyes glitter. Yeah, this might be a good stopping point. I'll smoke and have one last drink.
Taking off your adventurer's cap so...
Yes, I've had it. We just saved. Okay, so we got that guy with the glittering eyes, just like the dude in the robe and the boy in the water. Well, everything's matched up. But yeah, Bo Beardington. Well, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I've only ever seen that shit in movies. I've never seen that happen in real life. Because, yeah, when I was looking for a broken window, I realized I look at my bed. There's a fucking ceiling fan on my bed. And the wires disconnected because of the twist connectors. And I was like, okay, how am I going to reattach this? And I said, you know what? I am tired. I just want to game and relax. So I put the ceiling fan off to the side. I'll look up the model and installation instructions. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Replace my old chandelier with a ceiling fan light. Yeah, thankfully none of the glass and the light bulbs broke. But the noise, it still sounded like broken glass. But now there's dust everywhere. So I got to pull off all my sheets and replace it with other sheets. We'll get them washed. Yeah, I know. Imagine if I was sleeping under it. The dog was under, that thing landed on us. Yeah. Just imagine. But I've never seen anything like that before, ever. It just sounds so fucking movie crazy. But yeah, I gotta take pictures. I'll take pictures just for the whatever of it. Fucking ghost. I don't know. Maybe the thing went loose with the Newports living upstairs, stomping around. I don't know. But I was like, okay, rewiring it will be easy. But I was looking at the mount, and I was like, and I was a little confused. It's like, how the fuck did this thing even mount? But I'm saving it for the weekend. I'm saving it for the weekend. It'll be a weekend project. I just don't. Yeah, Newport rigged. It probably was. Going back. Shit. But yeah, I guess watch the replay of this stream and where I talk about it in more detail. But it's time to wind down. In fact, I should have started getting ready for bed about 20 minutes ago. We'll finish this smoke, and we'll call it. And who knows what we're going to do tomorrow. Maybe I'll keep it extra relaxed and play more King's Quest 6. I am enjoying this. I know I'm supposed to be doing the Resident Evil DLCs as well as Mass Effect 3. But I guess I'm just burnt out. I'm just so burnt out, I can't even... Well, look at the past couple of times I tried to play Mass Effect 3, and I just turned into random gaming streams. It's like, I can't even focus. But yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Get a bottle of something nice, get some nice food. Payday. Oh, that's right, it's payday. And, well, I still got to study. Studying is stressing me out, too, on top of it. I don't need... I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't want to change it up while I'm in the middle of playing games, but I want to come home and play games and relax. Okay, temporary holds on some of this other stuff. I was told I should do the continue Resident Evil this weekend. I'm just not interested in being stalked by fucking mannequin Mias. But oh well. I mean, I didn't even want to fix a fucking ceiling fan today. It's like I'm burned out 11 hours today. The past couple of days, I was working in the warehouse, and I was just baking and sweating. Baking and sweating. And the temperature should be higher again tomorrow, but it'll be higher throughout the weekend as well. But I'll be inside, air conditioning, and I don't know, sleep in. Maybe I'll continue some Morrowind 3. Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, my bad. Well, I think it's time to wind down, get a shower, pull the sheets off the bed and grab some of my spare sheets so I'm not laying in dust. Because right before I went on camera on the stream, I realized, oh shit, I'm covered in dust. So I had to get all this dust off me. Anonymous says, cheers all, catch you later, catch you next time. We'll catch you then. There are 9 King's Quests. We're not doing the whole series. I started on 5, and then I'm doing 6. And if I wanted to continue doing King's Quest, I'll probably jump back to King's Quest 3, because King's Quest 3 is actually ended up becoming quite a favorite of mine. I've only beaten King's Quest 7 once. I barely remember it, so that could be a fresh playthrough. But I do remember King's Quest 3 well, and well, yeah, King's Quest 3 has become quite a favorite. I think I like 3, 5, and 6. All right, I'm done smoking. Cheers. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Bo Bearden. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, BJF. Thank you. Oh, Bo Bearden is that last so damn hard to that last one, Graham. Oh, the falling off the cliff was screaming. BJF, Captain Miserable, Johnny A, Opinion, some dude, Colt C. I'm sure I'm missing people. But of course I'm missing people. Oh, Calvert over on Twitch showed up. First time in a long time. I haven't heard from this viewer in quite some time. And the pie to the face, just all of it. Yes, the pie to the face was fucking classic. It was absolutely classic. Great, great, great time with King's Quest 5. All right. I'm going to wind down. Got to get up early. I'm sure tomorrow's going to be another long day. 10 to 12 hours. Today was 11. I'm not going over all that again. And hopefully nothing well, I think whatever threat I had with sleeping tonight is gone. The ceiling fan is down. I think we might be safe now.